Hey guys, it's White Knight Cosplay here with another pattern review. And today we are going to review Simpicity 1018. And it is not a cosplay or costume pattern, which is kind of unusual for me to do. But it's a really great piece. And I'm always looking for some base pieces that you can modify easily, that are a pretty straightforward so that when you modify, you're not putting as much of your effort into just understanding the pattern and doing a complicated pattern as you are into creating what you want. So this one is a dress that has 3 different lengths. It's got a shirt, mid-length, and a full-length dress on it. And it is mainly for a stretch knit, and that's what I made this out of. I actually made it out of a kind of a thicker spandex type material. And it does not have the stripes on the pattern. That's every time I do a pattern review, I realize I just keep saying I made modifications. One of these days I will do the pattern exactly as it is, but it's not today. So anyway, this was for my Daphne costume, and I did I did a little bit longer than the shirt length, so I went right between the shirt length and the mid-thigh length one. So I could kind of end up with a mini dress here. And it has some beautiful darts coming down here off the bust line. It has just a really nice profile. It really hugs the curves well, gives you a little bit of a fuller skirt at the bottom. And with the stretch knits, it just hangs and sways and moves really, really nicely. It's a very simple pattern. I'm really, really pleased with it. And it just has some gorgeous lines. It's got a little bit of a collar piece here. And I've been super happy with it. It fits the curves really nicely. It enhances curves. I've said before, I don't have a ton of curves. I'm not one of those really curvy girls, so I'm always looking for something that will give that illusion. I love the feminine look. I love doing 1940s stuff. This is not a 1940s, but it pops the curves like you see in a lot of the 40s stuff. So I'm always looking for things that are nice feminine lines and things like that. So I don't want squares. I don't want something that's going to take away the curves. And this one really accentuates the curves nicely, and I like it. The body measurement fit was pretty accurate. A lot of patterns I've worked with are not, and I get very frustrated, and so that's one of the reasons I started doing the pattern reviews, is so I could point out the ones that just, when you do your measurements and then you make the pattern, they are not even close. And that was some of the problems I've had with some past patterns. So that's one thing I always try to point out. This one did fit very nicely according to the measurements, so that is really good. So anyway, this is the dress. I'll give it a spin. This is the back. It's got some nice seam lines across the back as well. And it's just a really, really pretty piece. So it looks a little better on than it does on my mannequin, which is actually a unique thing. Usually the mannequin wears it better than I do. But anyway, so it's a pretty straightforward one. I don't have a lot to say on this one other than it's a great one. I'm going to actually use it in the near future here to make a 1960s Star Trek dress because I love the curves. It looks really good. That's kind of a fun, sexy one too, that you really want the curves to pop on that. And I'm going to do some modifications to change the seam lines a little bit, but otherwise it's going to be the basic format of this dress because I liked it so much. So it'll probably be one of my main staple patterns from here forward, so anytime I need this kind of lines off the dress, this will be my go-to pattern. So I highly recommend it. It is Simpicity 1018, and like I said, I don't have any criticisms on it. It's fabulous. Get one. Don't forget to subscribe so you can keep up with my tutorials, pattern reviews, interviews, day in the life of a cosplayer type stuff. And then also check me out on social media. Alright guys, hope this was helpful, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bloopers.
Okay, pattern, what am I doing? Pattern review. I get so self-conscious on these things.
Hey guys! It's White Knight Cosplay here!
Oh my.
Okay. Today, it's got straps!
Guys, it's White Knight Cosplay here for another pattern review. Stop it! I'm gonna do a redneck style now. Hey y'all, it's White Knight Cosplay. What are we doing? A little sewing here. No. That's what happens when you get cheap help. Okay. Don't forget to blah. We're gonna edit that out. I'm gonna start that again because it's fine. Okay. Yeah.